Forgiveness. Forgiveness is freedom. It's freedom from your negative emotions against the person. And it's also an act of love because you release the judgment. However, you still have to confront the dysfunction. So, for example, this morning, I was meditating and my husband making phone calls, and it's very loud to the extent that I could not concentrate and I could not meditate. And so that affected me. And so I blame him for me not able to meditate well because he's noisy. And so that blame on him, I judge him for who he was. And I put that blame on him to the extent that we had a fight. And so when that happened, I did not feel good. It's not feeling good. I did not talk to him. So there's a break of our communication. There's a discord. So it felt like equivalent to a snake bite. Like I was bitten by a snake. But it's not the snake bite that kills you. It's the poison. So I was holding onto that poison of wanting to be right. You know, I am right. You are wrong. And so because you did it, you're doing this. And so forgiveness is also an act of self-care because when you release that judgment, you also release that negative emotions. So when that happened this morning, I recentered myself and asked myself, what am I doing this for? And so when that wisdom came in, I realized that I was actually operating against love. So the ego was the one that was, the one that was winning. So when I went beyond that ego, that's when I started to release that blame against him. So I thought about start from myself, like why am I doing this? And so I started to really like start with me, a clean slate, go back to, that love feeling. Like, okay, this is not about him. This is actually what he did that made me feel uncomfortable. So I'm gonna have to release that judgment against him, but still I have to confront that action that's happening. So out of love, confronting dysfunction. So I'm able to open up a communication and told him that, I released that judgment against you. This is not really what I meant. But what I meant is this is why I feel comfortable because of this action that you did. So the action, the act is still there. What happened still happened, but the meaning that you put in what happened is the one that you're releasing. So that's what our forgiveness is. Forgiveness is operating at your higher self and also releasing that negative meaning that you put on the action that you feel from the person against you. So you release that. So that is judgment is. So it's beyond ego and it's letting go. So that's what forgiveness is.